What's up, everyone? I'm Coach D, and once again, I want to thank you guys for tuning into my channel. So, I find myself sitting here often delivering the find out portion of the fuck around and find out to you guys. And as much as it probably seems like I like it, I really don't. Because it's a constant reminder of a couple of things. One, this country elected Donald Trump again. And two, just how unintelligent the MAGA voting base is. When Donald Trump gathers with his millionaire and billionaire friends at Mar-a-Lago, where you will never see a bunch of red MAGA hats and a bunch of Trump flags waving inside of the place. You will see those people lining the streets while Donald Trump drives up, but they're not invited in because that's where he has his small gathering of millionaire and billionaire friends. And when he's gathering with them, he tells them, hey, you guys are a bunch of rich bastards. And you know what I'm going to do for you? I'm going to give you tax cuts.
Because you're all people that have a lot of money. I know 20 of you and you're rich as hell. We're going to give you tax cuts. We're going to pay off our debt.
And this is why he doesn't invite the ultra MAGAs and the people who literally their whole life revolves around Donald Trump. It's their entire personality. He doesn't invite them in. They're embarrassing to him. Those are the people he doesn't really like. And what's funny is that as much as he was definitely honest with the millionaires and billionaires at Mar-a-Lago, he was also honest with the people, the ultra MAGAs and the Trump flag wavers and the red cap wearers. He was actually very, very honest with them as well, because he stood in front of a crowd of you guys and he told you, I just want your vote. I don't really care about you.
I don't want anybody going on me. We need every voter. I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care.
So you really can't say you weren't warned. He literally told the millionaires and billionaires, I'm giving you tax cuts. And then he told you guys, I'm giving you nothing. I only want your vote. I don't even care about you. Just give me your vote. And you guys went out and gave him your vote. And what is his first priority now? Is to give the tax cuts to the millionaires and billionaires.
Because I do agree with Representative Gingrich, Speaker Gingrich, you have got to get the tax package done as early as possible, because that will be this kickstarter to the economy, and that's what saves the rest of the administration for the next 2 years after that.
And I love how he frames it as the kickstarter to the economy, an economy that has seen record highs in the stock market and record lows in unemployment and record highs in job growth. That is the economy that he needs to kickstart by giving millionaires and billionaires tax cuts. And here's the thing. You guys have been fooled into believing that Republicans are fiscal conservatives. They are not. They never have been. Our debt right now is $32 trillion. Of that, Donald Trump added $8 trillion. That means of all the presidents we've had in this country, Donald Trump has added a quarter of the debt to our debt. So when Donald Trump and Republicans are telling you we're going to lower the debt because we can't strap our grandchildren with all this debt, then they go into office and they don't do that. It is because their policies aren't built to do those things. But they will pretend anytime that a Democrat is in office that they really care about lowering the debt. They really care about cutting spending. They don't. And here's the problem with it all. In order for them to give these tax cuts to these millionaires and billionaires, they're going to have to cut somewhere. And it's not going to be pretty, especially for the MAGAs who stood in front of him in those big crowds. Not the people at Mar-a-Lago, the people in the crowds.
I like to say Republicans deeply care, passionately care about the national debt when there's a Democrat in the White House. Then when there's a Republican in the White House and they have an opportunity to pass through trillions of dollars worth of tax cuts, they couldn't care less. But if folks like Chip Roy, who I actually think Chip is one of the few who is sincere when it comes to this debt issue, if they are going to really succeed in passing their agenda to dramatically bring down the size of the debt, while at the same time passing trillions of dollars worth of tax cuts, there's only a few sources they can go in order to achieve that. It would be trillion-dollar cuts to Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Why? Because that is the vast majority of what the government spends on.
Make no mistake about it. The people in Donald Trump's crowds, who he told, I don't care about you. I just want your votes. They depend on Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. The people at Mar-a-Lago, the millionaires and billionaires who he told, I'm going to give you tax cuts, they don't need Medicare, Medicaid, or Social Security. They don't care about it. They're millionaires and billionaires. So yes, in order for him, listen, this is a dollars and cents thing. This is a money in, money out thing. If you're going to give trillions of dollars in tax cuts to a small group of people, you have to make up that money somewhere. The way that they make up that money is by taking trillions of dollars from programs that are needed by the majority of people. Because we have been, and I shouldn't say we, sometimes I say we, and what I mean is they, meaning MAGAs and Republicans, have been fooled into believing, into fighting for the rights of millionaires and billionaires while watching these people just drain our funds and our retirements and all of that all the time without any consequence. So yes, the way that they're going to pay for these tax cuts is by cutting from marginalized people, from people who need it the most. That's the only way to do it. And it's not like they haven't been saying that. They've been saying it. They have. And here's the thing again. The reason why they want to do this, the reason why they have to do this is because those are the people who put them in office. Like, you think your couple of dollar donation is what helped Donald Trump get into office? Maybe it did. But does he care about that? No, he doesn't, because the 1 or 2 or 3 people who gave him millions, he needs to give that back to them in some way. And the way that he does that is by giving them tax cuts.
So what I think we've got to focus on as Democrats is to fight really hard on every single issue. And what's really important, you mentioned the debt limit debate, which is going to come up real soon. Yeah. Let's talk about what that's really about. That's really about eliminating the debt ceiling so that Donald Trump and Elon Musk can get massive tax cuts and tax breaks so they can take all of this earned, hardworking money from working class people and redistribute that to their billionaire friends and their billionaire multinational companies. That is what the debt ceiling debate is about. It has nothing to do with actually strengthening the United States or all of our benefits and programs.
Absolutely nothing. Not a damn thing to strengthen our country or the programs people in this country need. You think millionaires and billionaires give a damn about the middle class? Why would they? What does the middle class do for them? Not a damn thing. These tax cuts are about scratching the backs of the people who scratched Donald Trump's back. That is all they're about. Please, because this is something that I've had to tell people anytime I've debated people on this topic, because it's something people don't actually look at. Look at your taxes. Take a look at your taxes when Donald Trump was president and tell me if he actually cut your taxes. And I'm not talking about the deductions you were able to pull off with your tax preparer because they were savvy about what they're doing. I'm talking about the actual percentage tax rate that you paid in at the amount of money that you make. You will see that it did not go down. Republicans do not cut taxes of low and middle class people. They only cut taxes of corporations and rich people because they believe in trickle-down economics. They believe that if you keep taxes low for corporations and rich people, they're going to pass those profits down to the entry-level workers in the companies that they own. That has never happened either. That has been a farce that has been played on the American people for years, and we got to stop falling for that. Seriously, take a look at it. Do some freaking research, some actual deep diving into your taxes during Republican administrations, and you will find out they don't do anything for you unless you make over $350,000 a year. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in they heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.